Welcome back to Golden Acres. I'm Kim, and today I have a special delivery. We got 4 fruit trees in. So 2 of them are cherry, 2 of them are peach, which will give us grapevines, peach, cherry, and pear trees on the property. And so the only thing I've done so far is get all the tape off and pull off address labels. Let's see. There's a when trees arrive, open package, check just to confirm good condition, notify of any problems, and plant as soon as possible are instructions. If not suitable to plant immediately, check moisture of roots, moisten if dry, reseal package, keep in cool, shaded basement or garage, avoid drafty or windy areas outside, recheck roots every couple of days, be sure to reseal package each time, wait for the right time to plant. Plants will keep up to 2 weeks. So there's the basic instructions. Of course, there's more. I didn't open the package. And just looking inside, I can see that there's a little bit of green. So everything appears to be in good condition. Although I am gonna have to open this up a little bit more to get them out. They're packaged well. They didn't move much. So here is how the roots are sealed. There is one bag with a zip tie up top and a second bag. You can see the moisture. So I'm not super concerned about that right now. So white gold, Reliance, white gold, and Reliance. So everything we ordered is here. Everything has green on it. I'm very excited to plant these in the next couple of days. It's gonna get cold. So it actually probably will be here in a couple, probably be about 5 days. So these guys will get stored in the basement for a little while. And we'll go from there. It's tree planting day. So we've had these guys covered up with a heavy duty trash bag to make sure the light doesn't get through, because I didn't want to shove them back in the box and tape the box up, so I didn't want to break any branches. And I will put a picture in here because I'll show you the setup we had in our breezeway down to the basement. That way it can give you guys ideas, because they need to be kept in a cool place, and honestly our basement is really
all right
warm.
It's pretty windy today, so I'm going to do a voiceover of what we did. It's warming up to about 70 in the next couple days, and then after that we'll cool back down to our normal 50s for the highs. So here we're deciding on how far apart the trees should be. We are over in what's been a hayfield. When our lawnmower is finally fixed, we will be mowing this grass down around here. But for now, we are getting our trees planted because they can't stay in my warm basement that long. So we'll use the weed eater to clear the space around where we want the trees planted and to keep it low while they're growing and as long as they live. So the weed eater is a tool that we definitely invested strongly in, and in this case it's really helped us out. And as soon as the lawnmower is fixed, we'll come out here and get her area cleaned up a little bit more. So after the weed eater's down, we need to rake everything up. We're going to till the grass up, get those roots all broke up. That way the grass doesn't try to regrow. And then we will mulch lightly. But with having these trees planted on the top of a hill that drains really well, we don't want the mulch to cause the water to run off down that hill. So we are going to mulch lightly just to make sure that it doesn't get too dry. And we'll do a heavier mulch after they're established and when we get to the warmer, drier months of July and August. With the tiller, we will start tilling these sections. Like I said earlier, that will really break up the roots of the grass. It also makes it easier for us to dig the hole for the trees to go into. And then it gives us a chance to kill these grasses that are growing in this area because you don't want them to compete. So we're focusing heavily on this area, as you can see, stopping and starting and getting a circle made. Typically, you would see, of course, one whole row done in a garden with a tiller, and you can't just spiral around when you're using a tiller. So next, it's making sure our hole is deep enough. The soil is wet. We got about 3 inches of rain last week, and of course, we're just at the end of snow melt. We actually had snowfall last week too. So it's a pretty wet soil right now, which isn't a bad thing. Like, the roots will gravitate towards there very well. We're double checking the size of our hole, and of course it's a little short, and kids are helping. We try not to discourage our kids, so if they're bringing us tools we don't need but are safe to sit in the area, we'll just accept them. And it makes them feel included, it makes their ideas seem like a good idea, and they're trying to be thoughtful. So you'll see our kids come and try to help throughout this video. So now, this part actually was a little bit of a fail. So we got the tiller back out to try to make the sides of the hole a little bit softer, but with it being spring and rainy and snow melt, it was a little too wet to do this part successfully. It is something we suggest if you are having a little bit drier soil that's especially heavy. It is not suggested that you fertilize trees right away. They will try to get an established root system, and you don't want them to get themselves root bound, looking for that high nutrient there right next to them. So we ended up having to redo the hole because of trying to make the area soft. And there's my daughter trying to help Daddy and keeping her safe. Definitely have to keep kids back from shovels because the person shoveling can't always see. I've been bopped a few times, even just with little shovels in the garden, let alone big shovels. So now we're ready for trees, and it's important to make sure you have them sitting straight with the base. So your top might be leaning, and you can train that later, but make sure that the base is straight, so the roots are sitting, and the first few inches of the tree are straight. And after that, everything can be fixed with positioners and stakes later. So now we're putting a little moat of dirt to capture some water because, like I said earlier, we are on a hill and we really want to mound it to support it, but also to keep that water in.
Stake on the windward side, right beside the wind's coming from. Since these are tiny trees, less than 2-3 inches long, you just need one stake right there. And since we got nice thick rope, you just double wrap the tree to tie it to the stake, so then there's nothing that's really scraping the tree, right?
Like a board.
Which this, I tied this really long, but it's fine. Poor dog.
Probably a mole.
Probably.
Yeah, it says weapon. And not this one.
It is big.
Wow. You did it.
Yep, that's gonna hold it up there so it doesn't blow away. We'll have to check it after a little while and make sure it's not too tight in a few weeks.
Yeah, that's I did one.
Which it should stretch as it rains. It'll stretch and then it can move a little more. Oh, nice and dry.
Is there water in the tree?
Yep.
How?
The water's gonna come down and around like that.
It got me. It got me in the forehead. This is cherry. No, that was right.
This is a peach.
Yeah, peach. Yeah. I want to go see you under the cherry. Will you ever see a cherry?
This thing's full. It'll create quite a bit of pressure.
It would.
Well, we got our trees in. They're doing pretty good. We just watered them. So we did a few gallons each. So it's a pretty serious watering when you water a new plant. And they'll get watered twice this week, and then there's supposed to be rain later this week, and then after that it'll be once a week. So we've got a small stake here that they're tied to just to help with wind, and then I will come back and prune probably after it rains. You're supposed to prune when you put it in the ground according to the instructions we were sent by our greenhouse company, but I really do want to wait because I don't want that fresh of a wound and that moist of an environment. And then this year we'll pretty well just let them grow, and next year we will then put stakes and train them to go out. And yeah, that's planting trees in a hayfield that you're turning into an orchard / strawberry patch. So we're on the hunt for more strawberries right now. We have 75 coming. That was the plan just for us, but we're gonna expand on those, although we might not be able to expand until next year. So thanks for being with us today. Leave a comment down below of what type of fruit tree you would plant if you were planting one, or something that you've had a lot of success with, especially if you're in zone 6 or zone 5. We're right on the border there in Missouri.
And then if you want to follow along, hit that subscribe button. If you like what we're doing, hit that like button. And thanks for being with us. God bless.